Hey guys, how's it going? Just coming in with another video here. Yeah, it's been a minute, so here I am. This video here is something I said doing I would do in the last video I did. Say, hey, I've got a video coming out of the pipeline, so expect that. Yeah, I've been kind of a lazy ass, so I'm just getting to it now. So here you go. So if you can tell by the title of this video, uh, the video in question I'm talking about is how I said that I went to this convention called AwesomeCon in DC this year. I've been there 3 times before, and each time I've done a video on it. So this is my fourth time being at this convention and doing a video on it. So here I am discussing my experience on it. So, how was my time there this year? Well, again, I've passed 3 times before, and it's a 3-day event. And those 3 other times I only got to go for one day. This time is no different. Now, it would have happened last year, this convention in general, but due to COVID, it got delayed from May to December, then it wound up getting canceled altogether. So it got put off till this year. It originally was going to happen in May, but it got pushed back to August, which is 2 months ago. It was from the 20th to the 22nd. I was there on Saturday, the 21st. How was my experience? Not gonna lie, you guys, it was kind of mixed. I say that because I wound up getting a late start there, very late start. We got out the door later than we anticipated. It was my parents, and myself, and eventually when we did get to go there, at most I was able to get a couple hours. Bear in mind, I don't drive, and my dad knows DC better than my mom and I put together. Because he used to work out there, believe it or not. And even though I've been to DC myself many times, but still, I don't go there every day, especially since I don't drive. But anyway, but yeah, I've been to DC before. Even before I started going to this particular convention, I've been there before. So, there and Pennsylvania are the two places I've been to the most amount of time state-wise. But that's neither here nor there. So anyway, but yeah, we wound up getting a very late start in terms of getting out the door and actually getting there. So you only got to enjoy a couple hours at most. And so, and it's also kind of a bugger too, is because we wound up not being able to meet anybody in terms of meeting guests, getting autographs. I didn't get to do that. And the past 3 times I've been there, I can say that I've met at least one person and I got at least one autograph in some way or another. This year I didn't get to. So, now that's not to say that it was not entirely devoid of pleasure. I did I did have some fun, but just it's kind of a mixed bag basically. So you had some fun, but you didn't get to do everything you set out to do. Especially since there were plenty of people I wanted to meet. Like there were a few Power Rangers there, like Walter Jones, Karen Ashley, ASJ, Austin St. John, Johnny Young Bosch. I wanted to meet them, for example. Well, of those 4 actors who were there this year, the only one who I haven't met yet was Johnny Young Bosch. And if I had, he'd have been the first Green Ranger I've ever met. So because for Zeo and part of Turbo, he was green, and when he first became a Power Ranger, he was black. So, and here's my Star Wars shirt here. So, yeah. But anyway, but yeah. So there's that. So, but I didn't get to meet them. So of course, green as a color is I still have yet to cross that off my bucket list in terms of what colors I have and have not met yet. So, let's see who else would I would like to have met. It would have been cool to meet Adam Savage, who was there, from MythBusters. Carl Weathers, like Apollo Creed from the Rocky movies, and he's done a lot of other movies too. And I know almost recently he's been in a few episodes of The Mandalorian. He was the character Greef Karga, and so um, George Takei and Bill Shatner were there again this year. So, I doubt if they ever spoke to each other because they don't really get along too well. I've met George Takei before, though, back when I was there in 2015. Nice guy. And Bill Shatner, it would have been cool to meet him, but I'm not too disappointed because I wasn't holding my breath since given how he got there late. I didn't expect to be able to be them even though I wanted to. Although to be fair, again he was there back in 2015, by the way. And to be fair, I know that in terms of fans meeting him and all that, I think I've heard like mixed stories. Maybe some people say he was a nice guy, others say he was a bit of an asshole. That's especially if you consider how back in the day, back in the 60s when he was, in the captain's chair, from Star Trek, that he was notoriously difficult to work with. So I don't know. I don't know. I know Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd were there, and it would have been cool to meet them, I guess. I know I haven't, when it comes to the Back to the Future movies, I haven't seen those films yet, so, but maybe I should someday. Maybe I've seen bits and pieces of the first one, but just, I just haven't seen those movies yet. Let's see. The voice actor for Mario was there. His name was Charles Martinet. I think that's how say his last name. He's part French, so so that's I could be butchering the man's name. So, but to be fair, as I understand, he also voices Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi, among I'm sure a few other characters. But of course, he's also Mario, and knowing how iconic Mario is as a character, and speaking as a gamer, hey, why the hell not? If that makes any sense. But again, I didn't get to meet anybody. Well, one of the actors from The Lord of the Rings was there, but I've never. Well, I think I've seen maybe most of the first movie, but I've never finished it. But I just haven't seen any of those films in full. And I mean, can't say I'm the biggest fan of those movies. I mean, I don't hate or despise them, but just not too big on them. So, but then again, maybe I should watch them Sunday. I guess I had a chance to. Could have had a chance. The actor in question, his name is Billy Boyd. But I guess if I was a bigger fan of that franchise, I would maybe have gone up to him. And I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy, and I'm sure he's a great actor and all that. But if I'm going to do a convention and a media gets us there, and and it's part of a franchise that I'm into, then sure, if I'm able to, yeah, maybe So, but I don't know. So, but just bottom line, I didn't get to meet anybody I might have wanted to meet. Those who are on my wish list. So, yeah. So, I did get a few pictures though. I have them uploaded about Facebook and Instagram. The thing about Instagram is if you're uploading pictures from your cell phone, as I've mentioned before, I carry a Samsung Galaxy Note 8. When you're uploading pictures to Instagram from your cell phone, always with the one I carry, I don't know about any other cell phones, you kind of have to crop some pictures. So yeah, so it's not that I didn't want to show them on the whole frame, the pictures that I did upload, but seeing as how you're using the cell phone app to Instagram, it's kind of a bitch that you have to crop down like pictures, if you know what I mean. So if anybody out there who watches my videos uses Instagram, so I also upload them on Facebook as well. So if your friends with me there, or if you're somehow able to see those pictures even without being friends with me, then hopefully you'll have a good idea of what said pictures look like. So I did get to do a panel though where there's one Power Rangers podcast group called Voices from the Grid. They were there, and I'm not. I guess with this panel, I was part of this kind of thing, and maybe some of the actors were there. I didn't know it was going to be hosted by a podcast group, but they were. So I kind of got in there like midway through. But it was kind of neat to be able to do at least one panel. That was at least one other one that I wanted to be part of. It was a Star Wars cosplay panel, but I didn't get. I got there too late to be part of it. But this other one that I'm talking about, I was there. So, in fact, after I'm done this with done with this video, I can link you to the podcast in the crotch bar below. So I got there like midway through said panel. So, but then again, seeing as how I didn't get to meet any people that I wanted to meet, maybe I should have foregone being on this podcast. I'm sorry, going to this panel and it's going to the main floor itself. Maybe I should have done that, but I wanted to be part of this panel. So I guess when you look at it, it's like, I guess this whole coulda, woulda, shoulda. Maybe you should have done this or you should have done that. I don't know. I don't know, man. But so, but in fact, I found a video of someone that recorded this panel. I can link you to that one too. I will say this too. I think let me check. I'm in fact let me check something here. I'll be right back. Here I am. In fact, I think one of the pictures that I took. Where is this picture? Let me check. I thought so. Yeah. If you go to their Twitter page and you have a picture of a few Ranger cosplayers standing in front of their table, I took that picture because the group that does this podcast, there's 3 guys and 1 girl. Towards the end of the panel, I said, hey, for all the people here that are dressed up as Rangers, cosplay wise, could someone take a picture? And some of us raised our hands. I got to be the one to take that picture. I think the lone girl of the group, I'm pretty sure I was using her cell phone. So I got a picture with that. So of course I gave her phone back. So, but when I saw that picture, hey, that's my picture. Oh, I'm the one who took it. I got a picture for myself as well. In fact, you know what? I actually have an idea here. I can show you some of the pictures I took in real time. And so that way I can still link you to my Instagram picture if anyone's so inclined. But see, pardon me for the glare here. If you can see it. The glare itself, in fact, if you can't see it, it's basically 3 of the Mighty Morphin guys, cosplay, of course, is colored. There's green, black, and yellow. Another one of them dressed up as Silver from Wild Force. And one guy who's not wearing a Ranger suit per se, but he's wearing the Dragon Shield for MMPR Green. And he's holding a sword and a morpher. In fact, one of them is actually wearing a green costume. He's holding the Dragon Dagger and the Sword of Darkness from Green with Evil. The weapon he had while he was evil. And not to mention, of course, the gang who's part of this this makes up this podcast. See. And see also, in fact, won't just, I think it'll probably just be better that I just link you my Instagram. so they can get some idea of some of the pictures I took. I apologize if they were a little cropped, because apparently there's the glare due to the light because of my phone and all that. So so I'll probably do that. So, well, yeah. So that's what's up. And after, when I was on the main floor itself, I did some walking around, got a few pictures, looked at a couple tables. I know. Did I get any souvenirs? Kind of, sort of. Um, some lightsaber crystals. Like, there was a table where uh, you know, I think that sorry, there was I didn't know that I know there are some people that you're able to be trained on how to use a lightsaber, even though technically don't really exist in real life, of course, not and all that. They like sometimes if you're taught in martial arts, you know how to use weaponry and all that, like sticks and all that. Some people know how to do something like that, except training how to use a lightsaber. You have a choice between the light side or the dark side. There are a couple tables that offering that. Well, of course, I don't do that as of now. So one of the tables I visited had a thing that people who walk by can just pick up things like these, lightsaber crystals. And I picked, the biggest. If you don't know your lore with Star Wars, a crystal is what powers up a lightsaber. And of course, your color may vary, but still, there were plenty of these right here, red and yellow, and this one right here. It's meant to be clear. I know it may look like silver, or if if lightsabers existed in real life, and if you were to use it, this one here to power it up, it might either be white or silver, but it's meant to be clear though. Plenty of those when I got mine. I also have blue and green, which was the last one. I was a little hesitant because what if someone else wanted these colors? But ultimately, I took them. So, I was just thinking of other people. So, so that's the only souvenir I really got. So, I'm sorry if I'm getting a little long-winded, by the way, but you know me. So, but anyway, there's all that. So, I can say this too. I tried my hand at cosplaying for the first time. Who did I dress up as? Ezra Bridger from Star Wars Rebels. Now, if you've seen my pictures and all that, I know I'm not exactly screen accurate, wardrobe wise, but I at least knew what I wanted to do. And I can at least say that even though I didn't exactly resemble him clothing wise, as far as my that from head to toe or whatever, I can at least say that he was my inspiration for what I wanted to do. So good to see. For one thing, I've got this yellow shirt. I've seen me wear it before, and I always will pass video. That was meant to be his yellow shirt. In fact, I've got an idea here. Here's a reference book I have. So, excuse me. If you hear me ripping ass, that's exactly what I'm doing. Here we go. Here he is, right here. Right. So that's what it looks like. At least for season 3 and 4. So it was my yellow shirt and and an orange jacket. I both picked up at a thrift store I've been shopping at for years, called the Valley Village. I bought them both on separate days, but I got them both at the same store. So, but I got those. I've got this. I was meant to represent his upper half clothing wise. He uses a pair of camo pants that my brother gave me years ago. They still fit actually, so I used those. Now this thing right here, I actually did a video on it. About a year, like almost 2 years ago. I got this off of Amazon, and I picked this up before I even considered cosplaying as anybody, let alone the character I actually went as. But when I actually started thinking about it, hey, I already got it. We're good. So, and my DL-44, I've shown it on screen before. It's the pistol that Han Solo uses. But there have been other characters who've used this particular model pistol, Ezra Bridger being one of them. At least according to Wikipedia, because according to Wikipedia, that's the pistol he carries. You see him using it, of course, but according to that site, that's what the model is supposed to be. So, I picked this up also on Amazon before I considered cosplaying, and since I already have it, boom, we're good. This lightsaber right here. These are the kinds that Hasbro put out back when the prequels were still around. I have one here, another one just like this one, but the wear and tear's kind of got to it. So this one here, mild wear and tear, or out here in the belt clip, and all that. Maybe a little bit right here, but it's very mild comparatively speaking. I wish it weren't there, but comparatively speaking, I like to keep it as clean as possible. I also got this holster right here. It's kind of off of eBay. It's kind of pricey, but it's worth it. I actually do like it quite a bit. So my only complaint though is that 3 male buttons, only 1 female. I wish there were at least 2 more, but other than that, I actually do like it. So, and I also got these fingerless gloves. Right, I have another pair, but I lost one of my gloves out to maybe somewhere here on my floor. I have to pick it up, but I picked these up not at Target not too long before you actually went out there. So it didn't occur to me until not like the day before, but just somewhere along the way that a few months prior actually occurred to me, hey, I don't have any fingerless gloves. I could use those. So this is the second pair I bought, and they actually fit my hands a bit more comfortably. But so thought I had everything I needed, but it didn't occur to me get a pair of these until but there you go. So I put all this together, and that's who I was trying to be, Ezra Bridger. So yeah, so I don't know. So like I said, I know I've been kind of talking. I've been all over this place, and I've been talking at length. So I guess the best thing I can say is, like, I guess to summarize this particular event this time, on a scale of 1 to 10, I guess I'd have to give it a 5. I was able to have some fun, but I was still a little let down because I didn't get to do everything I set out to do. So that's why, of all the pictures I took, there were no autographs because I didn't get any, even though I wanted to. So I guess, next convention I go to, whether it be this one or any other con, hopefully I'll have better luck next time. Whichever one it is, and whenever I get to go to it, and wherever it's at. So it would have been cool to go to Baltimore Comic Con this year, but I didn't get to. But since it just happened recently, so I don't know which convention I'll get to go to next. So, but I can say this, and I'm saying this especially since it took me over a month to get this video about. But whichever convention I go to next, I will put a video out. Like anytime I say I might get to go to a convention, and I don't wind up not going, chances are I won't be putting out a video because, again, I didn't get to go. So therefore, I can't tell you what all I did because I didn't get to go there to experience this event. You know what I mean? So whenever I do go to a convention, I've done a video on it. This one is over a month late, but still, I've been to Awesome 3 times before, and those 3 times I've done a video on them. This video is no different, except for me being lazy ass. So, but yeah, so whichever convention I'll go to next, that remains to be seen. And um, and I guess I'll have to tell you about my experiences of that convention, whether it be a 1 day deal or whichever kind I go to, however long it goes, and which how many days I go for. I'll be sure to talk about it. But until then, we'll see what happens. So, and if I cosplay as anybody, whether it be say who I did so last time as Ezra Bridger or anybody else, you will hear from me. Like I don't know who I'll cosplay as, but chances are I'll probably go as again. I'm thinking unless I find more resources to do another cosplay, but we'll see what happens there too. So I guess with all that said, that's all for what I got to say. So, all right. So I guess so. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.